Hypothetical asteroid devastates Europe in the Doomsday NASA simulation. This is the path that it takes in the simulation prediction, the drill used for this year. Scientists around the world have been bamboozled this week by a fictitious asteroid heading towards Earth. We know that these drills take place every 2 years. Last year, 2 years ago, last time this drill took place, it was over the eastern seaboard of the United States. And again, that was a failed attempt to save Earth from a hypothetical asteroid impact. This is by Business Insider, Aileen Woodard, and Morgan McFall Jensen on Science Alert. The group of experts from US and European space agencies attended a week-long exercise. It was led by NASA, and they faced a hypothetical scenario. An asteroid 35 million miles away from us was approaching the planet and could hit within 6 months. And so what do they do to protect Earth? With each passing day of the exercise, the participants learned more about the asteroid's size, trajectory, and chance of impact. Then they had to cooperate and use their technological knowledge to see if anything could be done to stop the space rock from impacting our Earth. But the experts again fell short. They failed the drill, that is, they could not protect Earth from an impact. The group determined that none of Earth's existing technologies could stop the hypothetical asteroid from striking, given the 6-month time frame of the simulation, and in this alternative reality, the asteroid crashed into Eastern Europe. Again, this is a simulation map of that drill that took place this year. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Now, as far as we know, no asteroids currently pose a threat to Earth in this way from the ones that we have observed, but an estimated 2/3 of asteroids, 140.21 meters in size or bigger, that's about 300 and 400 feet in size or bigger, large enough to wreak considerable havoc on our Earth, they still remain undiscovered. 2/3 are still not discovered. That's a huge amount. That's why NASA and other agencies are attempting to prepare for such a situation. Now, Lindley Johnson, NASA's planetary defense officer, said in the press release, these exercises ultimately help the planetary defense community communicate with each other and with our governments to ensure we are all coordinated should a potential impact threat be identified in the future. Now, 6 months is not enough time to prepare for an asteroid impact. The fictitious asteroid in the simulation was called 2021 PDC. In NASA's scenario, it was first spotted April 19, at which time it was thought to have a 5% chance of hitting our planet on October 20th, 6 months after its discovery. But day 2 of the exercise faced forward to May 2nd, when new impact trajectory calculations showed that 2021 PDC asteroid would almost certainly hit either Europe or northern Africa. These participants in the simulation considered various missions in which spacecraft could try to destroy the asteroid to deflect it off its path. They concluded that such missions would not be able to get off the ground in the short amount of time before the asteroid's impact. If confronted with the 2021 PDC hypothetical scenario in real life, we would not be able to launch any spacecraft on such short notice with current capabilities, the participants explained. They also considered trying to blow up or disrupt the asteroid using a nuclear explosive device, and they found that deploying a nuclear disruption mission could significantly reduce the risk of impact damage. Still, the simulation stipulated that asteroid 2021 PDC could be anywhere from 34.75 meters to half a mile in size. That's how large they expected it to be, half a mile. So the chance that a nuke could make a dent was not certain. Day 3 of the exercise, they skipped ahead to June 30th, and Earth's future looked grim. Asteroid 221 PDC's impact trajectory showed it headed for Eastern Europe. By day 4, which fast forwarded to a week before the asteroid impact, there was a 99% chance the asteroid would definitely hit near the border between Germany, the Czech Republic, and Austria. The explosion would bring as much energy as a large nuclear bomb, and all that could be done was evacuate the affected regions ahead of time. Most asteroids fly under the radar, and many are spotted too late. And this is the reality of things. So it would be too late for us to be able to do anything to protect life on Earth. It's tempting to assume in the real world astronomers would spot an asteroid akin to 221 PDC with much more notice than 6 months. But the world's ability to survey near-Earth objects, NEOs, is woefully not complete. Any space rock with an orbit that takes it within 125 million miles of the Sun is considered a near-Earth object. But Johnson said in July that NASA thinks, quote, we've only found about a third of the population of asteroids that are out there that could represent an impact hazard to Earth, end quote. So as you can see, most of them are not yet found. Of course, humanity hopes to avoid a surprise like the dinosaurs got 65 million years ago, which caused their extinction and the extinction of many other land species, when a 10-kilometer wide astronaut crashed into Earth. But in recent years, scientists missed plenty of large, dangerous objects that came close, and that was, of course, divine intervention, hopefully. Now, comet Neowise, a 5-kilometer wide chunk of space ice, passed with 64 million miles of Earth in July. Nobody knew that comet existed until a NASA space telescope discovered it approaching 4 months earlier. In 2013, a meteor about 19.81 meters in diameter entered the atmosphere and exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia, without warning, sending out shock waves that broke windows, damaging buildings across the region. Over 7,000 buildings damaged, 1,400 people injured by that. And then again in 2019, a 130.15 meter wide city killer asteroid flew within 72,420 kilometers of our Earth. NASA had almost no warning about that either. And that's because currently the only way scientists can track any NEO, near-Earth object, is by pointing one of the Earth's limited number of powerful telescopes in the right direction at the right time. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. To address that problem, NASA announced 2 years ago that it would launch a new space telescope dedicated to watching for hazardous asteroids. That telescope, named the Near-Earth Object Surveillance Mission, along with the European Space Agency's newly launched Testbed Telescope and the FlyEye Telescope that's being built in Italy, should eventually bolster the number of NEOs that we can track. Now, NASA is testing ways to stymie an asteroid. NASA has investigated the options scientists would have if they were to find a dangerous asteroid on a collision course with our Earth. These include detonating an explosive device near the space rock, as the exercise participants suggested, or firing lasers that could heat up and vaporize the asteroid enough to change its path. Another possibility is sending a spacecraft up to slam it into an oncoming asteroid, thereby knocking it off its trajectory. This is a strategy NASA is most serious about. Later this year, the agency is scheduled to launch a test of such a technology in their DART mission. That's called, it's short for Double Asteroid Redirect Test. And it will send a spacecraft to asteroid Dimorphos and purposefully hit it to fall in the fall of 2022 to see if it can knock it off its trajectory, of course. NASA hopes that that collision would change Dimorphos' orbit. While that asteroid is not a threat to Earth, the mission could prove that redirecting an asteroid is possible with enough lead time. So they're doing a real life type of reality type of an asteroid collision with a spacecraft to see if it will be successful as an Earth protection system. And this is on Science Alert, from Business Insider, the latest on the asteroid simulation drill, and again, it was not successful. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.